first of all, okay, Get My Go is your main priority.
We haven't done Get My Go for 2 months. We've been on.
Are you serious?
Extended.
Well, why is Nick Aldis promoting it?
Well, because Mike Durbin
Nick Aldis is on the list.
Mike Durbin.
Forget it. He is on the list.
Yeah, put him on. I don't want to forget this.
Yes,
Mike.
I don't want to forget this.
He's literally bringing up Get My Go when they have recorded to try to agitate us.
I think
he goes on the list.
It was like a thank you because Mike Durbin posted that he ordered NWA tickets. He's going to be at the end of NWA, and that's when Aldis retweeted, "You're going to be Get My Going to the NWA show" or something like that. That's what that was.
Yeah, and that got him on the list because he did it intentionally to aggravate me and Conan.
Right.
Yeah.
It's the only reason he did that.
And we were tagged.
Yeah, but I hope that we don't get sued by Music Television because they own it.
Well, transformative content, sir. Just like this, like everything else that we do, it's transformative content. Hence, we have the right by fair use laws to utilize this footage.
There you go.
You know what else excites me?
Want those titles back.
Transformative content. Yeah, that's what.
Amen to that, man. Amen to that, buddy.
All right.
But Chris, let's get rolling here, buddy. Let me do a little countdown here for it. I'll do a countdown tonight.
All right, brother. Let's do this.
All right. We're going to go 5. We're definitely going to hope that we're going to be alive after this. 4. I don't know what the fuck we're doing this for. 3. 3. This is XPW TV. 2. What the fuck is wrong with you to be watching this with us? And 1, this is just the only number because that's how good this is going to be tonight right here on Wrestling with Reality. Let's hit play.
Right. My last name is Wangland.
Who?
Wangland. The Scandinavian god.
I'm 38 years old, and I've been successful at every job I've ever done, and this isn't an ego boost or an arrogant or cocky nature. I've been successful at everything I've ever done because I have high morals and values.
I'm like a circus freak juggling with my Feeney over here.
Because it's pretty simple. If you don't want to use drugs or alcohol, don't use them.
I've snorted enough coke in my day, along with other things.
I don't do this just because I love it. I do love it, and that's why I do it. But I do it also to hopefully continue to grow something I'm passionate about and financially make more money.
My stupid Raw and SmackDown review from somebody that's never been in the business that doesn't know a fucking thing about it.
When you're with the Big World Order, Richie, what are they, man?
4. Right.
Yep, my go. Huge and monumental. Yep, my go.
We're 130% transparent all the time.
Yep, my go. My numbers have gone up 248%. Yep, my go.
You want to enjoy some sex with some men? Mike Durbin, good guy, great guy. Love Mike. Nothing but great things to say about Mr. Durbin. Been on my show several times. Been on his show several times. Big fan. Does great work. Talented guy. Cool dude. Love him to death. No ill feelings towards Mike at all.
I love Jeff Lane. I'm a Jeff Lane fan, and I think he's an even better person.
Mr. Russo, that would make our lives. It's such a pleasure to speak with you, sir. Like, thank you for everything that you do for everybody, your loyal fans. And
Russo and Lane, I said what I said to you, man. I really could give a shit less. Go on and move about your way. Go do Vic Venom, Russo. You know, go burn to another bridge with somebody else. You got kicked off Westwood 1 now, so they don't want your ass either.
Yep, my go.
I don't like to say the hate word.
Yep, my go.
It's none of their goddamn business.
Yep, my go.
Absolutely.
Yep, my go.
When you dine with the devil, make sure you got a long spoon.
Jeff, it would make my life and my honor if I could come on Castrating the Marks, and anytime you would have me and do a Dave Meltzer. I want to castrate Mark so bad with you guys. It's like a dream of mine. That's how much I love the brand and Vince and Jeff and what they do.
Yep, my go. I just felt like a fucking goober. Yep, my go. Tell me what you think of me. Yep, my go. Kurt Angle was stoned off his gore, though. Yep, my go. If you think that bothers me, yep, my go. It absolutely bothers me nothing. Yep, my go.
What's that, buddy? Shut up, Christopher. You suck.
Yep, my go.
But I'm telling you, it's pretty accurate to what it was.
Yep, my go.
I can video edit better now. I'm getting better, as you guys see with each video. I'm a tremendous audio editor. I don't think there's many people that can edit better audio and music mixes for shows than I do.
Because you don't have any balls to ever say it to my fucking face ever. Hey, it's all right, man. I'm Johnny fucking podcasting. I don't want to be Johnny fucking podcasting anymore.
Brother, fuck you, man. Go stick this middle finger up where the sun don't shine, and that's that.
So you thought we were done with episode 50, or at least a little break. Mike puts hours upon hours into editing this masterpiece, so he's going to take a little summer break here. Episode 50 was the culmination of everything we've been doing, and we didn't want to leave you all hanging for the entire time that we're not recording. So one Saturday, we all got up, or Dean's been up, and we decided to record something of a bonus episode. It's going to be like a hodgepodge, like a mishmash. Because there's so much material to use on this show that sometimes stuff doesn't fit, or it doesn't fit that particular episode. So we're going through all these leftovers, basically, and don't take that as a negative. Just because they're left over and didn't fit doesn't mean they're not going to be any good. So I'm sure there's a lot of gold in here, and I'm going into this blind too. I have no idea what's coming. So, but yeah, we wanted to drop this. I know people will be going through withdrawal. So,
yeah, if anybody listens to the Howard Stern show, maybe every other month, he brings in his entire staff into the room. This is pre-COVID, of course, but he bring them all in the room, and they all have clips and stuff that they've assembled and they've submitted, and they just haven't gotten to it. Howard Stern calls it clearing out the computers, and they'll spend a whole day or two, and they do that. That's what we're going to do right now. I have a file in my hard drive called Get My Go, subfolder to do, another subfolder, and it's called Dean Submissions. Dean has submitted to me over the last few months dozens of excellent clips, and like Joe said, for whatever reason, we just couldn't fit him into an episode. Well, you are now going to hear them, and they're not, not little bullshit clips. They are tremendous. And one of them, I think we titled the greatest clip ever.
Nice.
I don't know why. I felt that this clip might deserve its own episode. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I know the one. I'm so excited about this episode because this is the fruits of my labor, or as John Wangland might say, the fruits of my childbirth. But I listen to so many shit wrestling with reality podcasts to just find these bits of magic. And as you guys have said, they keep putting out new stuff, and you just got to keep burying it and all that. So all this stuff got just ignored. Well, not ignored, but just got left there, and we'll do it eventually. Well, the time has come. I love some of these clips. Obviously, I like them all because I clipped them. But yeah, this is going to be interesting. We go back in time and all that. It's going to be fun.
So this is your fruits on all levels.
Yes, fruits on all levels. I probably should have gone that joke, shouldn't I? Yeah.
Some of these are archival clips. I mean, these go back to the days of the Simple Man. Mr. Maxon might be on a couple of these. I don't even know. Some of them are labeled, some of them are not. You're going to enjoy these. All right, let's get it started here.
Right here, now, here.
Here, there, here, and there.
Here, there,
audio,
here.
Audio's beat it dope.
All right, go ahead, Dean. Why don't you pick the first one?
Well, if the Dusty Impression one is the one I think it is, I think it's a good way to start.
Oh, why do we have to start with this?
Because let's get it out of the way.
Fucking A.
But I think everyone has a crack at this. Yeah. Everyone has their own turn.
Oh, no.
So you guys get a double dose of wrestling with reality and inspired on Thursdays. There you go.
That's right, baby. The American Dream says that Inspired with Christopher, and the Wrestling with Reality show is great on Thursdays. And that's because I'm the son of a plumber, the working man here.
Son of a plumber.
Show. This Miss Thunder Rosa here, this girl over, she's crying hard. She's into the cage.
She's just so sweet.
It's so sweet. We said to her, and then we got this stupid Mark over here. Who's this guy? This Joe Galley.
Joe Galley.
He ain't the son of a plumber. This guy's the son of a bitch.
You got this Joe Galley, baby. He just wants to. This man, he wants to walk around like he's the son of the plumber. But you know what? The only pipe that he deals with is pipe that goes up his honey hole.
Oh, you got that right, baby.
Good one there.
You could call up my son Dustin, and he'll tell you that Mr. Joe Galley loves the pipe. Okay, no. Which I'm not saying that Dustin is gay. I'm sorry, guys. Don't take it that way. It's just like his Goldust character. It made you question things. All right.
Yeah, thanks for sure.
Yes.
Was that the real deal heel?
It was.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah, he did his version of Dusty. John's Dusty kind of sounds a little bit like his Mike Tyson, doesn't it?
I can't believe that John has the audacity and the balls to make fun of someone else's style of speaking or voice. Like that's tremendous right there, man.
All right, Joe.
Vampiro's Rituals announcement.
Oh, yes.
Launch on the 29th. And then by the time this airs, it'll be out there by this point, so I can say it right now. But we're launching a second news show, and it's going to be with wrestling legend. He's a musician. He's a guy that was in the Guardian, or still is in the Guardian Angels, the vigilante group that goes and helps people in need, in the community, fights back against them. A guy that, speaking of blackballed, has been blackballed by the business in many ways. He's worked in every major promotion in the world, basically. He's a world-renowned star in New Japan Wrestling, all over Japan for many years. He's a lucha as well. AAA. He's a lucha libre legend in Mexico, literally. Like, he's one of the most reputable guys in Mexico in the history.
He's worshipped, basically.
He is. He's like a god to many people over there, even though his character's very dark. And he's in need of some help right now and some things going on in his life. But he really wants to get out and give his message. And it's Vampiro, so it's going to be, I believe the name. I'm just waiting on him to approve the name as we're taping it. But it's going to be the resurrection of Vampiro.
No, what is it? I don't know what you guys thought at that time when, Vampiro, that show was coming out, and Severn and Fry, which Fry never appeared and all that. Did you ever actually think he had a chance of making a go of this thing, or did you always, I was just sitting there waiting for the bottom to drop out, but did you guys have any hopes for Mr. Wangland?
I knew after the first episode, I was like, this is not going to last long at all. It's awful. There's nowhere to go. There's no chemistry. He's asking him boring questions. You can tell Vampiro's not interested at all.
No. Yeah.
I remember saying to friends of mine at the time, when he was starting Patreons from Word Go, I said to my friends, he must have people telling him that they would sign up, because why would you do a Patreon from day dot? But I think I told you that my very first show of appearance on Get My Go, I said I listened to the first Realist Guys in the Room, and about 10 minutes in, I shut it off and went, this is fuck. This ain't working. This ain't happening. Yeah. And I knew it then. And that's I pretty much was starting my exit strategy probably not long after that.
In both cases too, like I've interviewed Severn and I've worked with Vamp a little bit. I've heard Vamp on Keeping It 100 as well. And despite, the public perception of Severn, like he's a good interview. Like he's really entertaining and in depth if you have questions and all this, and he has great stories. He's done a lot of shit in his life, obviously. And Vamp has been so popular for decades because he has the gift of gab, and he's shown that on wrestling television. He's shown it in a variety of shoot interviews and shoots and all this. Like he's entertaining as well, even if people say it's 75% bullshit or whatever. That doesn't mean it's not entertaining. Usually that makes it more entertaining. So to try to make something work with these two guys, and just you can't get anything good out of two guys like that are well known for being great orators, if you will. That's a shame. That basically means you're hopeless, because those guys should have been able to carry things, and it was so shitty that they couldn't even carry it.
Well, and like you say, I heard Dan Severn on with Chael Sonnen. That was the first time I'd heard Dan. And so when John said he had Dan, I was like, oh, yeah, I heard Dan on Chael Sonnen. He's really good. And when I started listening to Realist Guys, I went, oh, he was good because Chael Sonnen was interviewing, not a fucking schmuck who doesn't know what he's doing. But anyway.
not of Vampiro, resurrecting Vampiro, excuse me, because I don't want to use that same style as Jake Roberts, but it was resurrecting Vampiro, and it's going to be a show where we're going to talk some wrestling in there, but we're going to talk a whole bunch of other things. And Vamp's got a message that he wants to share with the world. He wants people to get to know the real him, and he wants to right some wrongs that had happened throughout the years. He wants to tell you about what he's passionate. He really wants to help people too, and he wants to share a story, the struggle he goes through in life with depression, with the early stages of Parkinson's and Alzheimer's disease. Just a whole.
Yes.
I'm sorry, of what?
Yes, that's what old timers. He says old timers.
Old timers or all timers. Either way, whatever he meant to get out is, come on, you learn that when you're like 10, because you're probably a little kid saying old timers disease, and someone goes, no, that's not right.
Parkinson's and Alzheimer's disease, just a whole bunch of stuff. Vam's a great guy, way misunderstood by many people, and he's got some entertaining things that he wants to do. So Vamp is coming over, and it's looking like it's going to be September 15th at the latest, probably, maybe a week earlier. But September 15th is the latest that it's going to kick off. And I'm really excited for that show with Vamp. Vamp's a good guy, man.
Very, very nice. And but for me, I mean, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it, Vampiro, or you want to say it like certain jackasses want to say it, Vampiro, but like straight up, Vampiro, extremely talented. We have Vampiro, we have Dan Severn, we have Johnny Podcasting, we have yours truly. We have so many people on this network that your head is going to spin, and which the main goal is, ladies and gentlemen, like with the Reality Check Podcasting Network, is not only for you to get like your wrestling fix, because we know that's the main reason why you're here, but why not get some life advice while you're at it? Why not learn how to better yourself in certain ways, shapes, or forms? And why not be able to put like your best foot forward and learn how to live to your fullest potential in life while you're at it? That's our goal here, ladies and gentlemen. So once again, for myself and Mr. Johnny Podcasting, Mr. John Wangland, thank you so much for joining us on Inspired with Christopher. You have a safe, blessed, joyous, and happy night or day, all depending on whenever you're listening to this. Peace out. Yowie wowie.
God. John's voice went up several pitches at the end of that announcement. That was tremendous. I really enjoyed that. But wow, hopeful John. Those were the days. But I mean, any podcasting team or roster or whatever that think about those names. We've got Vampiro, we've got Dan Severn, we've got Inspired with Christopher. Don't really go together.
Let's see. What am I gonna pick? I love Martin clips, so I'm going to go for Martin Extended Beg.
Ooh.
You've labeled this one. I didn't label it, so I'm actually intrigued as to what this was.
HM 911 and click on my support page, or go on my Facebook at Christopher Howard Martin, and you could click on the link on my Facebook as well. Whether it's $1 or whether it's $50 or $500, every little bit helps, and I'm very, very blessed and grateful for that. And I just want to let you know, whenever things get up and going, Mr. Johnny Podcasting, he's told me something, that for every person that gives $100 or more, they will get 3 free months of the Reality Check Podcast Patreon when things are set up all the way.
Whoa. Huh. I don't know if
I remember this clip now.
I don't remember that being mentioned, a Reality Check podcast, separate from the Severn, separate from the Vampiro. Wow.
Yeah, when I heard that, I never heard anything about it, and I can't even remember the date on this, but I think 28th of November, I was still there, and I didn't hear anything about a Reality Check Patreon. Obviously, I would have laughed at it, but yeah, but they did get Richie and John did get tag belts made that they were going to get photos with people at the convention they were going to go to. Fucking hilarious.
Has anyone ever seen? I think I saw Richie's belt. Right? Did anyone ever see John in possession of his belt?
No.
Poor Richie.
Yeah.
3 free months, guys, just for doing a good cause. And for every dollar that is raised past the $3,000, guess what? That will be donated to a charity or a cause of your choosing. So, guys, think about it. The more you give, the more you get. And my ultimate goal, ladies and gentlemen, is to be the best father, be the best husband, and be the best man of God that I could be, simply to feel well enough so I can take care of my wife and my kids.
This is before I called him out publicly on Twitter. So this is before all the, avalanche started to go against him.
It started because you pointed him out for doing things like this, and then going, I'd like to get myself a new wrestler Patreon subscription. What should I do? That's when it was like, wait a minute there, Moneybags. What the fuck are you doing?
So if this is November 28th, I think I called him out right before Christmas, because I remember I was at my work Christmas party on a Friday afternoon, and that's when he started having that breakdown. So it was probably a week before Christmas.
That's it.
Howard.
And so, guys, thank you so much for your love. Thank you so much for your love. Thank you so much for your support, and which it's an honor and a pleasure to be a part of the Reality Check podcasting family.
I wonder, like, when all this shit went down last year, around this time, actually, when Rob and Richie left, and then John continued for a little bit, but once they came on and recorded with us and it was released, that's when John has his goodbye that we listened to previously and says, the name's ruined and all this. I can't be Johnny Podcasting, all that. So he goes back to the Wrestling with Reality name. He goes back to the Johnny Podcasting name, long story short there. But I'm just wondering, because you can hear Christopher how much he fucking loved to say Reality Check Podcasting Network, and like it made him feel like official or something. So I wonder how bad he was like, no, don't get rid of the network. What are you doing? No, I need this.
Well, back when you guys did Martin's finale episode of Inspired, I think, Joe, you brought up that the guys had paid for his Christmas a couple of years ago. 2019 it would have been his Christmas, and Richie spoke about it on the pilot episode, I believe. Martin spoke about it on a podcast, and then you see stuff like the $7,300 worth of DVDs and all that. Like, although I don't believe it's got that value, someone just paid for your Christmas last year, and then you're going to start talking about this? Like, what? Yeah. It really boggles the mind.
The main guy that paid for his kids' Christmas presents, he was the guy. He was telling that guy about his extensive collection. And John's just like, oh, cool. I'm like, John, you fucking paid for the kids' Christmas presents.
Yeah, the first thing you do if you find yourself in a desperate situation like that is sell things.
Yeah.
You sell DVDs or whatever you have that you think might fetch some money. You sell an extra computer. You sell a big TV that you don't need. It's, oh, you know what? I could get a smaller TV. Whatever it is, before you ask for charity, you got to do your due diligence first. It doesn't mean, keep every little keepsake that you have. If you got to get rid of it to pay the rent, you got to get rid of it.
Yeah. I mean, 2009, I got fired from my job. I had to sell my motorcycle, Didn't want to do it, but, you got to get rid of stuff,
Mm-hmm.
But no, got to keep that wrestling collection. All right, Dean. What do you got?
Let's go there, man.
Oh, no.
There's probably a million of these, but this was this was probably a good one.
There was 2 rough ones that we've seen recently. Is the one where the Eric Watts interview, and then when he was kicking Rob off the chat, like it was like, there, man, there. He's out of here, there, man. It was extensive.
Just come on down here. It's only a buck a picture. Come on down. Undertaker's charging $500.
We'll put the grapplers in between us. Like,
oh yeah,
it's
man.
All set.
We'll have Ocho attack the dead man right in the middle of there. He just runs up, and then to make matters worse, like he can sit over there, man, and just sit over there. And oh God, that would Ocho could do put him out to pasture, man.
Ooh. Is he talking to Maxon?
Jeff Johnson, the guy talking in the middle was Jeff Johnson. It's pretty old, back when that was Rad Rob's first co-host. Back then. So I just sit over there. Wow.
Yeah, and I can tell you just from hearing it, I know it's from before StarCast 2. So that Taker was booked, and then he was pulled. But I know despite what they've ever said about Starcast or Conrad or whatever, that Conrad put up a tweet and he's like, is there any podcasts you feel that are missing from Podcast Row or whatever? And John, tweeted that it would be my honor and make my life to be at Starcast, sir, and please consider us. And of course, he never heard back. So then it became, this guy sucks. And it reminds me of another thing from earlier. Like, he'd probably been talking to Vampiro for about 7 to 10 days before he sold him on the podcast. But already he's a great, good guy and this and that. Like, he does that a lot, even when he doesn't know somebody. I was listening to an episode before that I found. It was a real golden oldie. And he's talking about Matt Kuhn like that. Matt's a great, great, good guy, man. He's solid. He's trustworthy. He's, whatever. And I'm like, how well do you know him? Because a month later, you fucking hate the guy, and this is a constant pattern.
John.
You know what? Yeah. Go to Conan bashing.
He really does.
Great laugh.
Oh shit!
Oh shit!
You want to know? You want to know the value that Conan had at this time for all the keeping 100 nut huggers that think he's the greatest.
They didn't even let him have an entrance.
Yeah, he didn't get a fucking entrance here, man. And then he went from a few months ago wrestling in that stinker of a match with Ric Flair at the pay-per-view.
There he is again with the Flyer, Ric Flair.
U.S. title. And then he goes, he gets no entrance, and he's wrestling fucking Jim Powers.
Not to mention he's in like plain black tights now too.
Yeah.
Oh god! Oh no!
Was he an MMA fighter? Got MMA gloves? Oh no, he was hitting the juice there, man. Look at all the acne on his back. Yep. It doesn't look it in his body though, man, because he looks kind of flabby there.
Fucking Jigglypuff over here.
Yeah.
Blown the fuck out.
He's so dumb that he probably was the one that was taking the juice and thought the juice was going to make him ripped and strong as it was. They didn't need to work out on it.
Yeah.
And he landed on his fucking ass there and bounced up.
Jeez.
What? Did he just comment on Conan?
He smacked his head on the back of his knee.
Yeah. Anytime you can make fun of Conan's a good fucking time for me.
Oh, absolutely.
God.
Dude's a fucking asshole.
Dude, the crowd.
Jim Powers?
Yeah, it's Jim Powers.
Yeah. Poor guy. He fucking tore his quad, didn't he? Like, is that what ended his career?
Jim's? I don't remember, man. I don't remember much about Jim. I just remember he was a WWE jobber. He was a jobber here.
What the fuck is he doing?
Sitting on his face, teabagging him.
How would that even hurt as a fucking submission?
No idea. Oh, they're fucking yelling at him, man. The crowd, that's great. He's supposed to be a babyface too.
He looks like he's on fucking coke there or something.
Dude, he looks like he's tripping balls right now, man.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, twice in there, Richie asks 2 questions and John says no idea, which is classic John. But just, he's literally ripping on Conan because of you, Joe. That's the only reason. And if he was still on creative control with you and was getting plugged on keeping it 100, Conan would be the best guy in the world. It's just exactly what we were talking about. But because he'd had a falling out with you and Conan, sent out one tweet asking where Vampiro's Rituals is, he's a piece of shit now. Like, paint by numbers.
And now he lived off that too. How Conan, he tweeted me over and over. No, he didn't. No, stop that. That's not correct at all. But I love when he speaks with such derision about, he was a job guy, man. He was a jobber there, man. Well, they did it, and obviously, like, your deepest desires to have been in the ring, and it's never going to happen. So,
in the face.
Oh, good job, Jim.
Bam, bam, bam.
Dude, if Jim Powers beats him here, I'm going to shave my fucking beard off.
That would be great.
Oh, nice knee up there. Look at that.
I gotta say, Jim Powers had a good look.
He did it. He had a great look. That's why I was kind of surprised they never really did much with him. He was jacked. He looked great. Jim was hitting the sauce, man.
Yeah. Oh, you ain't lying.
That's
you ain't lying, man.
Hang on. First off, I was going to say their commentary, and keep in mind this was only a listen along, right? And for just like bam, oh, bam, bam, Oh, like, come on. Like, liven it up a little bit. And, I don't want to nitpick, but stop saying the sauce. That's that's rare. That's not, you say the juice, right? Or steroids. Yeah. The sauce, if you're hitting the sauce, it means you're getting drunk. Stop messing that up.
What a shitty roll up.
Well, I get to keep my beard another day.
He has some huge beard. No, he didn't. It's not like it's Ben Hameen saying, "Oh, I'll shave my beard," or somebody with an epic beard. It's John.
He should keep the beard.
With his dyed black beard.
Any pictures that have circulated of him without the beard, I would implore him to keep it.
Yes.
But also way to gamble on a match from 25 years ago. Good job.
Something tells me you knew that was coming.
It was pretty obvious, man. I know when it's two jobbers against one another, but we all know where
Conan commands a better.
Yeah, he's a higher level jobber.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So how could Jim Powers see and complain about his foot being on the ropes when he's laying down and can't see that far? That's what I never understood. How could you contest that, man? Fucking stupid. Oh, Conan's hot over there, man. He's getting pissed. Look at him. Orderly Holmes, you fucking people should love me.
He can't even fucking roll him up. Looks like he's pile driving him.
Yeah. Arriba la raza. Oh shit, we're gonna get Conan on the mic. Let's cue this up. Let's cue this up for everybody.
Conan, a great international champ.
Please don't change the channel, folks.
Yeah, I know you want to.
And what I saw here, I think is shades of Hulk Hogan, Conan. When you had your body up on a rope to help you get the victory. Here's our camera, buddy. We'll turn you around this way.
He didn't even know where the fucking hard cam was.
Shut up. Let me tell you something. Ever since I've been here, people don't like you. I can't understand why.
Jeez.
And why'd they pay a ticket to come and see me?
Yeah, I'm sure they paid a ticket to come see Conan.
Ever since the New World Order came into town.
The New World Odor. Very funny.
I think that's his body odor that he's smelling.
Strokes on their head. Destroy cruiserweights in the trailers. Head first. Mexico, they say, whoever fails the plan, plans to fail. I got a foolproof plan.
Whoever fails a plan plans to fail.
Don't pay attention.
Interesting.
Yeah, foolproof plan.
Foolproof.
Conan is sticking behind WCW in this war against NWO. So look out, NWO!
Wasn't he just a heel a minute ago?
Yeah. Yep.
As you know, he is the current reigning Mexican heavyweight champ. He wants to Arriba Mexico!
Arriba Mexico!
Solidarity, if you will, here at World
Vato Loco!
And I can see them bonding together, Tony and Larry.
So fucking cringe.
All right, Conan, it's time to get your dumb ass out of the camera. Nobody wants to see you.
Oh.
Ooh.
That's getting clipped.
Dude, this is a sausage fest out there, man.
Yeah, it is.
There's about three chicks in that audience.
This is a sausage fest.
There's Wildcat Willie. I mean, Jeeves.
Brutal.
That whole thing was pathetic and really spiteful. I mean, anybody that's spiteful like that, that's not for grown men. That's all I'll say on that there, man. Yeah. Oh, no one's gonna buy a ticket to see this guy. He holds an attendance record in San Diego. The most people to see a wrestling show. I don't know.
All right, I'm gonna take a shot in the dark, and I'm gonna pick one of these untitled ones.
Nice.
And this will be an inspired clip. Ooh.
All from the pipe bomb.
My surgery, because ladies and gentlemen, all I'm trying to do is raise money for my neck and spine surgery, so I can be the best father, husband, and be the best man of God that God's called me to be. What I'm trying to do basically is raise $3,000. So far, over $1,100. Guys, thank you so much for giving so far. I'm so grateful for that.
Joe, you know how you were talking about Get My Go trivia on the
yeah.
And like as soon as you said that, like I would destroy Get My Go trivia. I know this show inside out, but that right there, Mike's got that stutter clipped. I know it. 1100. I know that stutter. I've heard it many times. Mike's got that clipped.
He has his stutters usually start when the word begins with a vowel. If it's an A, an E, or an I.
When we reviewed the Martin Goes to Sleep episode, like I don't remember any stuttering. Am I wrong? I don't remember any stuttering at all. Like I think he's forgetting his gimmick, you know.
My favorite part of that episode is it's towards the end, and John says he goes, "Oh, Jake the Snake, Chris," and then he's like, "Oh," he says something like that. I forgot what it was, but
yeah. There's two, like, and the other one is, "Oh yeah, all right."
Yeah.
But no, there's one where he's like, "Oh, I don't know who it was. Here comes Ming there, man. We're gonna watch Ming have a Chris," and he goes, "What?" What, man?
That was just before the fucking midget.
I'm asleep in your shed.
All right, Dean.
Let's go. Let's go. Must watch.
Growing up, living on the East Coast, 8 p.m. to.
So is this Maxon, Mr. Maxon?
This is Maxon.
Sounds like Maxon. Yeah.
Okay.
11 p.m. on a Sunday night every fourth week. That was primo television. It didn't matter about Sunday night football. It didn't matter. You couldn't miss it. It wasn't, what was it? What was Thursday night on NBC?
Can't miss.
Not can't miss, but must watch.
Must watch. Yeah, NBC was that was their motto. Must watch TV.
Yeah, but wrestling was can't miss because But I was totally devoid of that, and I'm like, I might be 36, going on 37, and I'm like,
I don't know what he's talking about.
Must see TV.
Yeah, I live in Australia. I don't have NBC, but as soon as he said that, I'm like, the rhyme kind of speaks for itself. Must see TV. It was must watch TV. That really rolls off the tongue.
Maxon was not good either. I haven't heard too much of him, but from what I have, it's not good.
I think he's only been on once since Get My Go started. I think they did a political episode the week of the election.
Ugh.
Yes.
Yeah. And that was, dude, I had to turn that one off. I couldn't even clip that one because, dude, all three of those people's views.
Martin says one of the absolute stupidest things I've ever heard in my life on that, but yeah.
I really wish I could, muster up the strength to get through that, because I'm sure there's gems throughout that entire episode, but it's just so brutal to hear. Mr. Maxon sounds like an intelligent guy. His views are his views, but Martin is just like, he's one of the dumbest Americans in this country.
Has he gone to court yet for his milkshake assault?
Yeah. Yeah, we got no follow-up on that because it was not real. So who's up next?
He makes up so much bullshit. It's unbelievable.
And you can always tell because it's like the wheels in his head are squeaking while he's trying to conjure up a story. Yeah. Give me some Jeff Lane.
So this is when Jeff was on Wrestling with Reality.
2018.
I want to preface this with saying that Jeff Lane does not do a lot of shows, so John should have been honored to have Jeff on his show back then.
Especially because when you have a show that, the episodes were ranging from 100 listeners. There were some 600. Some broke 1,000. Whatever. I'll give credit where it's due, although it's probably because of me. But the Jeff Lane episode, I remember looking and it was at like 6,000 or something. Like Jeff delivered big time for them, and it's the biggest number they ever did by a lot.
Yeah.
And what did they do? They turned around and fucking threatened to fight him and whatever else. His Jeff Lane rants are probably, I think, the greatest thing he's ever done. They're so ripe for parody.
Yeah,
it's unbelievable.
Just quickly on that as well. So you just said about 6,000. There's an episode of a former Creative Control podcaster that is now, unfortunately, the episode's been deleted. But John was on with, I think, Grappler 6 and Midnight Mike, and on that he talks about numbers, and it's phenomenal. I never actually clipped it, and I think the episode's gone now, but he said about Jeff Lane, which was funny. He goes, I'm looking at the numbers right now, it's 17 to 20,000. And it's like, if you're looking at what is it, like, is it between, like, where in between 7
yeah, if you're looking at it right now, you can't give me a precise number.
Yeah, but so he claimed triple what you said. He told me when I went on as Fat Coon, he told me that did 32,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a shame that former show on Creative Control Network has removed a lot of episodes, because those were probably really good ones. It seems that every episode with me as the guest, Dean, any of the grapplers,
me,
Joe, those have all been scrubbed. It's a shame.
But Jeff Lane remains up somehow. Or if he even knows that, because I don't know what he knows about where his stuff is and how much is still available, or what ones are deleted. Like each
I think we're talking about two different people, I think.
Oh, I was talking about John.
Yeah, Dean, you're talking about man, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know what he deleted or anything. I don't know.
Yeah, man deleted everything with us on it.
So glad I spent my time.
It's growing every month, and I get to interact with them and stuff. I have a lot of fun doing it.
That's awesome, man. You're really doing some great stuff, Jeff. And we can't thank you again for your time here. Jeff, do you have any questions that you'd like to ask Jeff before we wrap up? Great time here.
No, I think I'm all good, man. But it has been fun and an honor, sir. I will say that, an honor. So,
wow.
I thank you guys thank you guys for having me on and giving me this opportunity, and a platform here to reach some new people that probably don't know who I am yet. So, I thank you guys for that.
Oh man, Jeff, it really is. And like I said, as loyal supporters of the brand now and forever, like Jeff Lane.
That's awesome.
Talented guy. If you haven't checked out the brand with Vince and Jeff, you need to go do it. Check them out on the Realm Network. Go find that. Listen to the shows that they do. If you're a fan of podcasts and you're a fan of wrestling and you're a fan of entertainment, what Jeff and Vince produce is quality stuff. And I don't say that lightly, and neither does Jeff. My other host here, Jeff, he doesn't say that because it's really true. Like what they do is really great stuff, guys. Like I can't put it over enough, and how grateful we are for your time tonight, Jeff, because I know you got a lot going on in your life and your own family and your own things that you're doing. It's just been a real honor to speak with you tonight, sir. And I can't thank you enough for that.
Absolutely, man. Honor's all mine. Thank you guys for having me on.
He's trying to get the fuck out of there at that point. Yeah, I get it. You're grateful. Can I go now?
Yeah.
That's fine.
Thank you again. It was tremendous.
I can't thank you again. Yeah.
And saying, Jeff, if you got any more questions for Jeff, that's helpful.
Yeah. That's too bad.
Was Maxon the only co-host back then, or did he alternate?
Yes.
Yeah, just started.
So Maxon finished when Rob came aboard, and John almost immediately made Rob the co-host, and then he added me in like June or something, and I didn't last long.
Yeah.
I did it for a few months.
I'll say one thing that I just discovered, and we might review at some point, is one of John's first feuds that I know of now but didn't know of then was when he started going after Meltzer and fucking with him on Twitter, and then he put out a segment, and I haven't heard it all yet, but it's some kind of challenge. Like I'm sure he's going to challenge him to come on a show and defend himself or something, which Dave would, who the fuck are you? Like, what are you kidding me? But if I had known before I brought him on that just 2 months before he was starting this feud with Meltzer on Twitter, like trolling him, I never would have brought him on. So I wish I was aware of that.
All right, I'm going to pick another random one that has not been titled. Will Goldberg defeat The Fiend?
But anyways, it's fun for us. Excuse me. Got a frog in my throat there. Woo, it got me there. But hold on. A little sip of water for the working man here, folks.
Oh, no problem, man.
Jesus Christ.
I get that every now and then again, too.
Yeah, it got me there. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Yeah, I just do. People don't want to spend that type of money on pay-per-views anymore.
Dude, it's what a contrast there is. You have Steve Austin, the rugged, everyday, tough son of a bitch from Texas, who on his show says, sip a beer for the working man. I can't do Austin. Dean might be able to, but to contrast that with John, a sip of water for the working. It's such a opposite end of the spectrum. That's fucking really funny to me. And B, why is this in the show?
Yes. I'm pretty sure when I emailed it to Mike, the content of the email was edit your fucking show.
Yeah. That shows like, and he said, we've heard him rant about how much he loves podcasting and it's his, he's been doing it for years and it's his, passion, but he doesn't love it enough to do it correctly or clean up the shows because, they're never going to give less than 100%. Like, dude, that's less than 100%. That is fucking lazy as shit.
Yeah. All right, Dean.
Let's go another random. Let's go a Wrestling Anonymous. So let's go go that one. That's Wrestling Anonymous. Yep, do that.
Nice.
Wrestling Anonymous was it was Richie's show.
Yeah.
Yep.
Richie and John, or just Richie?
Richie and John.
I forget.
And the purpose was to, talk about the most controversial things that they could find.
It was Dark Side of the Ring podcasting. Yeah.
Yeah, people will listen to that, but it's also the same thing John did on the show. And I'm challenging Dave Meltzer, the 5 people who need to disappear, or this and that. He always wanted controversy or a feud to think. He thought it would draw attention. But the unfortunate thing about their Benoit episode, which I can see this is it, or maybe it's not. No, is that they both somehow got to a place where they thought Chris Benoit was innocent or framed. And I'm like, dude, this is such a lousy take, and it's only found in the, dorkiest, darkest basements in the wrestling internet. Like, if you believe that Benoit is innocent or whatever, you're so stupid, and that the people laugh at you behind your back, which is, perfect for these guys.
So this is a timely clip because as we're recording this, just yesterday, New Jack passed of a heart attack. So this is a clip about New Jack.
Do you know what? Just before you go, Mike, what's interesting is I saw something down the bottom of your screen here that says newjack.png. But anyway, I believe I sent you 2 photos with this as well because of the content of this.
You did. Here it is.
Yes.
Here's the tweet you sent me. So we'll start off with the tweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Dean, you read this and read it in John's voice, please.
After what? Hey there, man. After watching another stellar Dark Side of the Ring, I must say, at New Jack Uncut 187 is one of the most compelling people ever in wrestling. I'm sounding British a little bit. Anyway, also one of the toughest guys out ever there, man. I must ask, what the fuck went through the mind of people trying to fuck with New Jack? It's just plain dumb to mess with him. That's what his tweet said. Now, John's going to explain this tweet, I believe, in the clip.
Oh. John I love when he does the PPL. He never writes out the word people. And this sentence,
toughest guys.
One of the toughest guys out ever. What the fuck does that mean, man?
Who screenshotted that?
Dean did.
I did.
Like in general. And some of the things that he said in here is crazy. The fact that they did a documentary on him fucking blew me away. And here's just a testament to New Jack's character. So I put something up online last night because I knew he would like it or retweet it or respond to it in one way or the other if I put it up. And I basically just said, New Jack is one fucking scary dude. Like, this, literally anybody that would get in the ring and try to do some of the things that these people did, like, you're fucking insane because you know what you're getting yourself into. And literally within a few minutes of putting it out, he liked and retweeted the whole thing because that's what, and that was just like a little test in my mind, just to show that's what a sociopath is, man. Like a complete.
He's a sociopath, but it's also an.
What? What? What the fuck are you talking about?
Now there's follow-up screenshots.
Are you shitting?
So I heard that clip, and so I went okay, and so I did a quick search on Twitter. Took me seconds to find that tweet, and then I clicked on who retweeted it and liked it. Do you want to know who didn't retweet and like it? New Jack.
That's what wait a minute.
That's what a sociopath is.
I thought he was building up to that. See, New Jack cares about his fans and he pays attention and he interacts. I thought that's where that was building up to. And then it just takes this big right turn that because he liked and retweeted a tweet, which he didn't, that he's an absolute sociopath for that. That is like, I am fucking dumbfounded. That is, wow.
Now just think about that though. He lied about, John's just lied about New Jack liking and retweeting it. He didn't. And then the next thing he says is, that's what a sociopath is.
Good call.
You know?
That is true.
Go ahead, Joe.
Well, they're mostly nameless, but I'd like to hear Martin bury Russo.
This might have been in a cold open or something like that.
shit is on not only with the Creative Control Network, but guess what? Russo brand, you guys better buckle up because you're getting ready to get the big old bombs dropped on you. Bombs, shit storms, you name it. We're going to be dropping them on you because guess what? You're not going to be talking shit without getting shit put back on you. Because like the thing is that the difference between us and them is that we call people out because God calls us to be accountable to our brothers and sisters, and we don't speak in a negative manner to bring people down. We speak and we call people out to open up their eyes. So there's a difference, okay? Because we're not like certain people, bro, that like to pawn people and scam people out of their money. And straight up, we're not going to do that with you guys. We just want you to sit back, relax. We don't want to take your money. We don't want to pour mouth you. We want you to be inspired. We want you to be entertained, and we want you to love and hear what we got to say. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Inspired with Christopher, and we got our special guest once again, Mr. Johnny Podcasting, Mr. John Wangland, brother. Welcome to the show.
Man, I'm always glad to be here with you guys. It's always fun to chat. And when I get to come on the show with you guys and chat and talk, it makes it even better, brother. Always a pleasure, Christopher.
Is John talking to Priscilla at the end there? You guys?
Yeah,
You're on the show with one other person. It's one other person.
Yeah, who else would have been a co-host at that time?
Nobody.
By the way, grown men don't chat. That's phenomenal. And again, this is what a sociopath does, that kind of thing. He's on there talking about, we don't want to take your money. Yes, you do. Yes, you did. And, Vince is this, Vince is that. He's the one that helped you get the bulk of that money too. So, and I heard Creative Control in the beginning. So I guess it was like a double threat to CCN and the brand. Like, we're mad as hell. And we're not going to take it anymore.
Who in the brand was going after him at this point in August of 2019? Because this is before I had a problem with him.
Yeah.
So I don't know who would have been.
This maybe already at this point they were like deleting their links in the group or something. I know that happened.
Yeah, well, August is just before castrating the bros, so it was building.
Yeah, it was, and then me and Husey were probably fucking with him on Twitter by that point. But I don't think. Yeah, it gets serious a little bit after this.
Yeah.
Yeah.